Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7. Butker on now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Barkley, a first down and more. And he gets this all the way to the 31-yard line. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
First down, and they go right back to it. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll give him a first down.
It may not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that first down, and he went and got it.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stuffed at the line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Fields now on 3rd. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Christian Gonzalez has it. And the Steelers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Back now, pressure on its way. You don't get this complete to Pitts. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
From the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he got some air under this one. Deep depth. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quinion Mitchell. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throw for Fields. Caught by Freiermuth. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Another try following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And the Steelers go in nickel, third down. Shotgun snap to Fields. He's on the move.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
A conversion unlikely, but the offense is going for it. 4th and 13. They're going for this. He throws a bullet deep to the right. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Steelers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Into traffic, complete. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
From the 37. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Aubrey now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Slot man motioned over. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
On the draw, this is Gibbs. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
First and 10 at the 46.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Fits it through the middle. There it is, touchdown Pittsburgh! The Steelers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers tie things up at 14. Butker on now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Fields out of the gun. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Steelers have it, headed the other way. And Pittsburgh's going to take this back for the touchdown. The Steelers grab the lead on their first series of the half. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I can hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Fields to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they face second down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why. And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Look, got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
Looking to throw. He put some juice on a deep throw. He's got it deep downfield. And that is a touchdown. The Snowhawks can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the third. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
That one right down the middle. And the Snowhawks tie this game at 21. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. He lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made. Kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. It kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right at a young age. You're always coaching those guys, hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play, and they just did.
Offense up to the line fast. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Play action, Fields. Barkley's got it. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Fields on third. The back grabs it. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Offense in the hurry up here. Looking to throw. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Snowhawks take a third quarter lead. lead. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Snowhawks break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it. And he'll go out to the 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu Koroboa.
At the 41-yard line.
First and 10 from the 41. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Steelers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
Fields on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Fields throwing here. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Rolling out to his left. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's still just a 1-score game as we resume play in the 4th. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Now Fields. Pressure's there, and the steel curtain closes on him. And that's sack going to cost them some yardage.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet, but there was none to be had.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Snowhawks go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Snowhawks double their lead to 14.
Steelers 21.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Man in motion here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he's there to send that one away. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Back to throw now. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 2nd down. Back to throw, here's Fields. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Fields now on 3rd. Rolling left, buying some time. He's running for it. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Fields to throw it. Headed out right. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Fields. On the move, looking deep down. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Greg Newsome has it. And the Steelers have some new life in the fourth.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Pitts brings it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 46. Throw complete to Williams. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Steelers first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They are throwing it again. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Frank. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
center to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Set to kick off.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's on the move. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway. Ugh.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Flush down out to his left. Now here he goes again. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives them the 1st.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Able to get it to Barkley. And he's able to get this down to the 36. The Steelers calling their 1st timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Here he is to throw. On the move, headed right. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient. And
they got there in time. He's taken down. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. A conversion unlikely, but the offense is going for it. 4th and 13. He throws a bullet to the set. This is caught inside the 15. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you've always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. They go to Barkley again. And this is down to the 5-yard line before they can stop him. Call it about 7 yards on that run. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 4.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Back to throw. He rolls to his right. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing from near his own goal line. Big gain downfield. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. 1st down, ball at the 36. One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. It's intercepted. That will do it. Picked off by Quinion Mitchell. And the Snowhawks make one final massive play, and that finishes the win. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And it's going to be remembered.